chosen ones. They want to be you so bad, but they're nothing like you. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. This famous quote by Oscar Wilde couldn't be more relevant to today's topic. Some people are so captivated by your energy, your purpose, and your light that they dedicate themselves to becoming a version of you, forgetting that the magic of being chosen lies in authenticity. Have you ever experienced this? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you handle these situations. Today, on Spiritual Wisdom, we'll dive into why these imitators can't replicate your uniqueness, no matter how hard they try. Let's uncover the truth behind the chosen ones and what truly sets you apart. 1. Your energy is magnetic, but unmatchable. Your energy is the invisible force that captivates everyone around you. It's not about achievements or possessions. It's the authentic essence of who you are. The moment you walk into a room, people feel it. They may not fully understand what it is, but they can't help but be drawn to it. This magnetic presence comes from a spiritual awakening, a journey of alignment with your inner truth and purpose. It's a testament to the struggles you've overcome and the peace you've discovered by living authentically and unapologetically. This alignment creates a resonance, a vibration that others are naturally attracted to, even if they don't consciously recognize it. People often attempt to mimic this energy, thinking they can replicate your shine. They study how you speak, the way you move, or the confidence in your demeanor, believing that by copying these surface-level traits, they can unlock the same magnetism. But what they fail to understand is that this energy isn't a mask you wear. It's the result of deep inner work. It's born from the battles you've fought, the lessons you've learned, and the spiritual growth you've embraced. It's not about looking the part or saying the right things. It's about living in alignment with your higher self, guided by your values, passions, and divine purpose. This is why imitation always falls short. No matter how closely they try to emulate you, their energy will lack the depth and authenticity that comes from true alignment. They might mirror your actions, adopt your style, or even try to match your confidence, but their efforts will always feel hollow. Without spiritual awakening and inner alignment, their energy cannot carry the same weight. What they don't realize is that true power lies not in pretending, but in doing the inner work to discover their own unique path and truth. As you navigate this world as a chosen one, remember that your energy is a gift, a reflection of your spiritual journey and the alignment you've achieved. It is what makes you stand out, and it's what others desperately wish to possess. But instead of letting their envy or attempts to mimic you discourage you, use your energy to inspire. Show them what's possible when someone steps fully into their purpose and lives in harmony with their divine calling. In today's world, where external validation often overshadows internal fulfillment, your energy is a reminder that true power comes from within. Continue to protect your power, nurture your spiritual growth, and express your truth. When others try to compete, know that their efforts are a reflection of their desire for what you have cultivated. And when they try to catch up, remember that no one can duplicate the soul work of a fully enlightened soul. Your energy is unparalleled because it is the pure light of your true self, a beacon in a world that craves authenticity. Boldly affirm it, commenting below, "I am shining because my energy is unparalleled." Let this be a daily reminder that you are walking in divine purpose, transformed from the inside out. 2. They imitate, but they can't replicate your essence. They can mimic your style, copy your words, and even try to adopt your mindset. But no matter how much effort they put in, they'll never replicate your essence. What sets you apart isn't just your outward actions or successes. It's the profound layers of who you are, your unique spirit, shaped by the challenges you've faced and the growth you've achieved. It's the quiet nights you spent wrestling with self-doubt, the perseverance you found in moments of struggle, and the way your spirituality fuels your authenticity. They see your confidence and accomplishments, but they don't see the journey as the moments when you chose growth over comfort, when you turned pain into power, and when you embraced your spiritual awakening to step into your purpose. Think of this in the context of today's world. Picture someone on social media trying to imitate the lifestyle of a successful entrepreneur or influencer. They might buy the same clothes, post similar photos, or use the same motivational quotes. But what's missing is the entrepreneur's late nights brainstorming ideas, the failures they faced head-on, and the relentless commitment to self-improvement. That's the difference between surface-level imitation and authentic spiritual growth. Your essence is not something that can be fabricated. It's a result of the spiritual and emotional work you've put in. It's the reason your energy feels so different, so magnetic, so undeniably real. When someone tries to emulate you, their efforts often lack the depth that makes you stand out. It's like watching a movie remake that has all the flashy effects, but none of the heart of the original. The core of your essence is built on the values, lessons, and resilience you've cultivated over time. How can they replicate something they haven't lived, something they haven't earned? The truth is, what they envy in you is not just your achievements, but the light that shines through you. A light they can't grasp because it's born from your unique spiritual journey. Ask yourself, what makes you, you? Is it your experiences, your unwavering faith, or the strength you've built through hardship? Reflect on how every moment, every choice has brought you closer to who you truly are. And as you think about this, consider the lesson in their imitation. It's a compliment in disguise. It reveals that your light is so bright, your energy so powerful, that it inspires others, even if they can't fully understand or embody it. Let their attempts remind you of your authenticity and the spiritual growth that sets you apart. The lesson here is clear. Authenticity is unshakable. Don't let their imitation distract you or make you doubt your uniqueness. Instead, continue to walk your path with grace, knowing that your essence is not for sale, not for replication, and not for anyone else to define. Your journey is yours alone, and it's what makes you irreplaceable. Keep growing, keep shining, and keep inspiring, because the world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs the true, unapologetic you. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 3. Envy is their silent obsession. Envy is one of the most silent yet consuming forces that can infiltrate someone's spirit. And when people want to be you so badly, it's not because they hate you, it's because they hate the reminder of everything they're not. Your spiritual wisdom, confidence, and authenticity become a glaring reflection of their insecurities. Think about it. Your ability to own who you are, your natural presence, and the effortless way you navigate life aren't just qualities you woke up with. They're the results of battles you've faced, lessons you've learned, and growth you've embraced. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken, as Oscar Wilde said. This is the essence of why your uniqueness cannot be duplicated, no matter how hard others might try. What they envy is not something they can mimic, borrow, or steal. It's the light you've cultivated within yourself through your spiritual journey. But here's the twist. Envy doesn't remain passive. It grows into a subtle obsession. These individuals might spend more time thinking about you than they'd ever admit, analyzing your every move, trying to decode what makes you so magnetic. They don't just want to emulate you. They want to overshadow you, outshine you, and prove, if only to themselves, that they're superior. Yet deep down, they're fully aware they can't match the essence of who you are, and that awareness gnaws at them, often leading them further into a cycle of self-doubt and bitterness. The irony of their envy is profound. Instead of channeling their energy into their own growth, they waste it on watching, comparing, and imitating you, only to feel more inadequate. Have you ever wondered why people who are so focused on you seem stuck in their own lives? It's because envy traps them, keeping them in a loop of imitation rather than inspiration. And while they're busy keeping tabs on you, you're moving forward focused, determined, and often completely unaware of their fixation. As you continue on your journey, remember this: their envy is not a burden you must bear. It is a reflection of their inner struggle, not a flaw in your character. Let their obsession be a reminder of the power of spiritual wisdom, the ability to be true to yourself, rise above negativity, and continue walking in your purpose. Are you living your life so fully that those around you admire or even envy you? And more importantly, how can you use that same energy to lift others up and encourage them to discover their own light? As Maya Angelou once said, "When you shine, you inadvertently give others permission to do the same." Keep shining, and let the power of your authenticity speak louder than any imitation ever could. Comment below, "I choose to shine," and let's continue this journey together. 4. They're playing a role while you're living reality. The difference between you and them is profound, yet straightforward. You're living your truth, rooted in authenticity, while they're stuck performing a version of themselves they think the world wants to see. Everything about you, how you walk, talk, and navigate life, flows from a deep connection to who you are. You've reached this place because of the spiritual work you've done, peeling back the layers of pretense to discover your true self. Meanwhile, they're so consumed with crafting an image, trying to appear confident, successful, or powerful, that they've lost touch with their own essence. It's as though they're actors on a stage, clinging to their scripts, terrified of what might happen if the spotlight reveals the truth. When someone plays a role, it doesn't take long to see through it. Their words may sound familiar, their actions may seem confident, but there's always an undercurrent of emptiness, like a mask slipping under the weight of pressure. They may echo your phrases or mimic your demeanor, but it lacks conviction. It's shallow, ungrounded, and devoid of the depth that comes from being genuine. This is the struggle of those who haven't embraced their spiritual awakening. They haven't tapped into the wellspring of authenticity within themselves. They're stuck in the exhausting loop of trying to project an image for others, constantly fearing exposure. And here's the thing people notice. There's an unspoken truth that resonates when someone is real, and conversely, when someone isn't. The spiritual energy you exude as a chosen one is undeniable. It's not about being perfect, but about being real. And that's why you don't have to try to impress anyone. You've done the hard work to discover who you are, and your actions are guided by purpose, not performance. This is what sets you apart. While they worry about being found out, you're simply living, unburdened by the need for external validation. Living authentically is a profound act of spiritual rebellion in a world obsessed with appearances. It's what makes the chosen ones so powerful. You aren't competing because there's no competition when you're aligned with your higher self. You're rooted in a reality that comes from within, not dictated by societal expectations or fleeting trends. While they struggle to keep up with their own performance, you move with ease and grace, embodying the truth of who you are. So, let them watch, let them imitate, let them try to figure out the secret to your energy and power. They'll never measure up, because you're living a reality they can only dream of while pretending to be something they're not. Your spiritual awakening is a reminder that the most powerful thing you can ever be is yourself. In a world of masks, Your authenticity is the ultimate strength, and no amount of imitation can ever replicate that. Keep shining. Chosen one, you're living proof of what it means to embrace the divine within. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 5. Your authenticity threatens their comfort zone. Your authenticity is a force of nature. It's the purest expression of who you are, and it has the power to illuminate spaces where others have grown accustomed to shadows. It's not just about standing out. It's about standing firmly in your truth, unapologetic and unwavering. And while this authenticity brings clarity and inspiration to some, for others, it feels like a threat. Why? Because it challenges the very foundation of the comfort zones they've carefully built. Many people have spent their lives constructing identities based on fitting in, following trends, and doing what's expected. When you show up as your true self, living authentically and boldly, it shakes the illusion of safety they've created. Suddenly, they're confronted with questions they've spent years avoiding. What if I stopped pretending? Why am I so afraid to be myself? What would life look like if I embraced my truth? These questions aren't easy, and for many, they're downright terrifying. Instead of feeling inspired by your spiritual growth and courage, some may choose to react defensively. They might criticize you, try to downplay your uniqueness, or dismiss your choices. But here's the truth. They're not really angry at you. They're frustrated with themselves. Your authenticity acts as a mirror, reflecting back their insecurities and the parts of themselves they've been too afraid to explore. It exposes the fear they feel about stepping outside societal expectations and the discomfort of facing rejection for standing out. Think about a scenario from everyday life. Have you ever noticed how a coworker might feel threatened when someone speaks up in a meeting, offering a creative idea or challenging the status quo? It's not that the idea itself is offensive. It's that the boldness required to share it highlights their own hesitation to step forward. Similarly, your authentic energy calls others to question their own conformity, and that can feel unsettling. But here's the most important thing to remember. Their reaction is not your responsibility. You're not here to dim your light to make others feel more comfortable. The spiritual path requires courage, and authenticity is the key to unlocking that freedom. By continuing to live authentically, you not only grow stronger spiritually, but also inspire those who are ready to take the same leap. Some will be drawn to your light, while others will retreat into their shadows, clinging to their comfort zones. That's okay. It's their journey, not yours. So, ask yourself, am I willing to stay true to myself, even if it makes others uncomfortable? Am I ready to let go of the need for approval to embrace my spiritual growth fully? The lesson here is simple yet profound. Authenticity is a gift, both to yourself and the world. It takes courage to be different, to face rejection, and to live freely, but the reward is a life that's fully yours. Don't let anyone's discomfort pull you away from that truth. Your light is meant to shine, not to be hidden, and in shining, you give others permission to do the same. Let their reactions be what they will. Your purpose is to grow, inspire, and live boldly. Share your story, or simply type, "I am growing," if you're committed to using every moment to improve yourself. Let's keep this conversation going. I can't wait to hear your insights. 6. They overlook the struggle behind your shine. Have you ever noticed how some people envy your success, your accomplishments, and the way you carry yourself, as if it all came effortlessly? They crave the shine, the applause, the admiration, and the victories you've earned, but they don't understand the path it took to get there. They see the polished result, but overlook the countless nights you wrestled with self-doubt, the sacrifices you made, and the resilience you cultivated in silence. They're fascinated by the glow of your achievements, but blind to the struggle that forged it. As Booker T. Washington wisely said, success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome. Think about it. How many times did you push forward when quitting felt like the easier option? How often did you rise again after setbacks that seemed insurmountable? The truth is, your journey wasn't a straight line. It was filled with twists and turns, moments of heartbreak, and challenges that tested your faith in yourself. But instead of running from the struggle, you embraced it. That's where true spiritual wisdom comes in. Understanding that growth happens not despite the struggle, but because of it. What lessons have you learned during your hardest times that others might never grasp because they've never walked in your shoes? The people who envy you don't see the sweat equity you've invested. They want the reward, but shy away from the sacrifice. They don't comprehend that every achievement of yours is built on a foundation of perseverance and faith, often laid down in private, far from the spotlight they admire. Without enduring those grueling moments of doubt, rejection, and failure, the glow of success would never exist. As the philosopher Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Would your success hold the same meaning without the preparation forged by struggle? You've sacrificed relationships, comfort, and even moments of peace to align with your higher purpose. The spiritual wisdom you now carry wasn't handed to you. It was earned through fire. The envy of others is misplaced because they misunderstand the essence of success. They want the result without the process. But the grind, the struggle, and the lessons learned along the way are irreplaceable. Can someone who skips the work ever truly appreciate the reward? The glow others admire is simply a reflection of the inner strength and resilience you've built. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, does their envy stem from misunderstanding? Or is it a reminder for you to value the depth of your journey even more? You're not just shining, you're showing the world what perseverance and spiritual wisdom can achieve. So the next time someone covers your success, remember they see the shine, but they'll never grasp the grind that created it. And perhaps that's exactly how it's meant to be. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others. 7. Your growth highlights their stagnation. As you step into your spiritual awakening and consistently push forward, learning, evolving, and daring to become the best version of yourself, your growth becomes a glaring reflection of their inability to move forward. Each stride you take towards something greater inadvertently highlights their stagnation. In their desperate attempts to replicate what you've achieved, they may mimic your actions, speech, or even your mindset, hoping it will lead them to the same level of success. But what they don't understand is that your journey is deeply personal and rooted in authenticity, a unique path carved by your willingness to face challenges, embrace change, and grow spiritually. Their imitation is skin-deep, centered on external appearances. They watch what you do and assume that simply mirroring your behaviors or adopting your habits will lead them to the same outcomes. Yet they fail to grasp that true growth is not about copying someone else. It's about internal transformation. It's about learning from failures, overcoming fears, and embracing the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. Growth demands a shift in mindset, a spiritual alignment with one's true self, and a commitment to evolving beyond old patterns. But for them, the focus remains outward on the image of success rather than its substance. Your journey is a testament to the power of personal transformation. Every new step you take reinforces that growth requires courage, introspection, and faith in the process of becoming. While you are continuously shedding layers of old beliefs and stepping into your potential, they remain stuck in a cycle of imitation, too fearful to confront their own insecurities and limitations. It's easier for them to follow in your shadow than to face the vulnerability of crafting their own path. But what they don't realize is that their fixation on you prevents them from discovering who they are truly meant to be. This difference becomes undeniable over time. Your progress shines like a beacon, while their stagnation feels heavier and more apparent. Your willingness to challenge yourself, step outside your comfort zone, and trust the spiritual process amplifies the gap between you and them. As you evolve into a more refined and enlightened version of yourself, their refusal to embrace change keeps them anchored in the past. They cling to the illusion that emulating your success will fulfill them, yet their journey lacks the authenticity and spiritual alignment that drives genuine transformation. Ultimately, your growth is a mirror reflecting their fear of stepping into their own power. This contrast often frustrates them, as it reveals the truth they're unwilling to face, and they are holding themselves back. Their potential remains untapped, not because they lack the ability, but because they lack the courage to walk their unique path. And so, while your progress serves as an inspiring example of what's possible, it also exposes their stagnation in a way they can't ignore. In modern life, this dynamic is everywhere, whether it's in professional settings, personal relationships, or social media. People often compare their journeys to others, focusing on the external outcome without acknowledging the internal work required. If you find yourself on the receiving end of this dynamic, let it serve as a reminder of how far you've come. Your spiritual awakening has brought clarity, resilience, and strength, all of which are guiding you toward your true purpose. If possible, encourage them to look within, but don't let their stagnation weigh you down. Continue to move forward gracefully, knowing that your growth is a testament to the power of embracing change, and trusting that your light will inspire others to do the same when they're ready. Comment below, "I choose to move forward," and let's continue this journey together. 8. They see you as a blueprint, but you're unpredictable. They see you as a blueprint, but you're unpredictable. They think they can unlock the secret to your success by studying every move you make, like detectives combing through a map for hidden treasure. They copy your choices, mimic your actions, and hope that following your steps will lead them to the same destination. But what they don't realize is that your success isn't a path they can trace. It's a dance of intuition, creativity, and spiritual growth. You're not bound by formulas or stuck repeating the patterns of yesterday. Instead, you're constantly evolving, driven by an inner voice that guides you to adapt, innovate, and stay ahead of the curve. By the time they've grasped your last move, you've already taken 3 leaps forward, leaving them trailing in your wake, puzzled and frustrated. Your unpredictability is your superpower. You're like the wind, dynamic, free, and impossible to pin down. People who try to emulate you rely on rigid plans and borrowed strategies, but these can't capture the essence of what makes you unique. What they fail to grasp is that your success is not just in the doing, it's in the being. It's in the way you align with your purpose, trust your instincts, and fearlessly explore the unknown. While they're busy chasing shadows, you're out there creating a new reality, stepping boldly into uncharted territories and paving the way for others to follow. Take a moment to think about this in the context of modern life. Picture someone who starts a business inspired by a successful entrepreneur they admire. They copy the branding, the marketing, even the products. But no matter how closely they follow the script, they fall short. Why? Because they're imitating the external actions without understanding the internal drive, the passion, resilience, and vision that fuel the original success. That entrepreneur wasn't just following steps, they were following their soul. The imitator misses the spiritual growth, the challenges overcome, and the unique energy that can't be duplicated. So, here's the lesson. Your unpredictability and willingness to adapt are what set you apart. You're not afraid to take risks, change direction, or dream bigger than others dare to imagine. You thrive because you trust your journey, not someone else's map. As you keep evolving, ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your spiritual purpose, or are you caught in the shadow of someone else's expectations? Let your answer guide you, because true growth comes when you honor your individuality and step boldly into your own light. You're not a blueprint for others to copy. You're a trailblazer, carving paths where none existed before. Keep moving forward, trusting that your essence and creativity will always keep you ahead of the game. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. 9. Imitation is flattery, but it's also a silent cry. Imitation is often called the sincerest form of flattery, but what lies beneath that act of copying can be far more complex. When people strive to mirror you, it's not just admiration they're wrestling with an inner void they haven't yet learned to fill. They see your confidence, your spiritual wisdom, and the effortless way you navigate the world, and they think, if I act like them, I'll feel whole too. But what they fail to understand is that no amount of imitation can replace the deep, personal journey of self-discovery that makes you who you are. As Oscar Wilde once said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Yet, instead of embarking on their own path, they latch onto your light, hoping it will illuminate the shadows within themselves. Think about this. Why would someone invest so much energy trying to replicate you? It's because they're searching for what you've already found. The clarity, strength, and authenticity that comes from doing the inner work. They see your glow, but don't recognize the fire that forged it. Your spiritual wisdom wasn't handed to you. It was earned through struggles, lessons, and resilience. What they see as effortless is in reality the result of countless moments of self-reflection, growth, and even pain. Their imitation, whether intentional or subconscious, is a silent cry for help. It's their way of saying, I don't know who I am, so I'll try to be you. But this pursuit is futile. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece using a photocopy for inspiration, no matter how precise their strokes. The art lacks the soul and originality that makes it truly alive. The tragedy is that in trying so hard to be someone else, they drift further from their own truth. As they focus on emulating you, they miss the unique beauty and potential within themselves. But here's where it gets interesting. Their fixation on you isn't just about envy or admiration. It's also a reflection of their unacknowledged fears. The fear of being left behind, of not measuring up, of never discovering their own purpose. And while they're caught up in this cycle of mimicry, you're evolving, growing, and blazing trails they can't follow. They're chasing a version of you that no longer exists because you've already moved forward. So, how should you respond? Should you confront them? Should you feel flattered? The truth is, you don't need to do anything but continue being yourself. Their attempts to imitate you are not your burden to carry. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Your power lies in your authenticity, in the courage to walk your own path without looking back. Ask yourself this: how does their envy or admiration impact your journey? Not unless you let it. By focusing on your purpose, you inspire not through imitation, but by embodying what it means to live authentically. You show others that the only way to find fulfillment is to embrace their own spiritual wisdom and create their own unique path. Comment below, I create my own unique path, to show your commitment to this journey. 10. Their validation comes from others. Yours comes from within. The essence of what sets you apart from those who envy you lies in where each of you finds your worth. For them, Validation is an endless pursuit, an external measure tied to fleeting moments of recognition. They seek approval through likes, compliments, and applause, feeding off the temporary highs of external praise. Yet this craving creates a cycle of dependence, a fragile fire that quickly extinguishes without constant fuel. Their self-worth becomes an unsteady house built on the shifting sands of others' opinions, always vulnerable to the tides of rejection or indifference. You, however, operate on a completely different frequency. Your spiritual journey has anchored you in an inner reservoir of strength that doesn't require the world's approval to thrive. Your confidence emanates from within, fueled by self-awareness, integrity, and the unshakable belief in your divine purpose. This is the hallmark of a spiritual awakening, a profound realization that your value is not tied to external applause, but is deeply rooted in your essence and the work you've done to cultivate a strong, resilient foundation. Whether anyone is watching or not, you move with an unwavering certainty that transcends trends or fleeting praise. This profound difference is why they often misunderstand or even resent you. They are trapped in a cycle of performance, constantly seeking to prove their worth through the eyes of others. It's as if they are actors on a stage, needing an audience to confirm their existence. Yet no matter how many standing ovations they receive, the satisfaction is short-lived, leaving them empty and longing for more. Their inability to find self-validation stems from a lack of spiritual depth, a gap that external recognition can never truly fill. Your self-belief, on the other hand, is untouchable. It's a fortress built on the bedrock of authenticity and spiritual insight, immune to the shifting winds of opinion. This inner strength liberates you to take risks, embrace your uniqueness, and walk your path fearlessly. While they expend their energy chasing the approval of others, you channel yours into creating a life of purpose and meaning, one that resonates with your highest self. This is the power of living authentically, and it's a strength they cannot replicate. In modern life, this lesson is more relevant than ever. Social media, workplace competition, and societal expectations often pressure people to conform to external standards of success and worth. But the truth is, real power lies in stepping away from that race and embracing your spiritual awakening. Let your validation come from the quiet confidence of knowing who you are and what you stand for. Invest in your inner growth and let your light shine without needing anyone else to tell you that you're glowing. In doing so, you embody a strength and authenticity that others might envy but will never be able to emulate. Let their quest for external approval serve as a reminder of the priceless value of inner peace and self-belief, a gift that only the chosen ones truly possess. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 11. Their identity revolves around you. Number 7. Their identity revolves around you. And while that might seem like flattery on the surface, it's a reflection of a deeper struggle within them. When someone becomes consumed with imitating you, they lose focus not just on you but on themselves. They pour their energy into mirroring your life, trying to copy your every move, as though replicating your essence will somehow grant them the same fulfillment and success. But in doing so, they neglect their own spiritual growth and authenticity. Their identity becomes a shadow of yours, revolving around your light instead of nurturing their own spark. It's as though they've chained their self-worth to your achievements, failing to realize that their relentless pursuit of being like you only pulls them further from their true potential. Think about it. While they analyze your choices, trying to mimic your confidence and direction, they forget to explore what makes them unique. Their energy is spent chasing an illusion of you, leaving little room for their creativity or individuality to flourish. It's ironic, really. The harder they try to emulate you, the further they drift from understanding who they are. Imagine a painter who spends all their time trying to replicate another artist's masterpiece instead of finding their own voice. How can their art ever hold the same depth or truth? Meanwhile, your focus remains steadfast on your own journey. You're evolving, learning, and stepping into new levels of spiritual and personal growth, often without even noticing their efforts to catch up. By the time they think they've mastered your steps, you've already moved into uncharted territory, exploring heights they can't even fathom. This is the beauty of being aligned with your purpose. Your path isn't about competition, it's about creation. You're not looking to outdo anyone because your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Here's a story to bring this to life. Consider Sarah, a woman deeply immersed in her spiritual awakening. She started sharing her journey on social media, offering insights into her daily practices and reflections. Before long, an acquaintance named Lisa began posting eerily similar content. Same affirmations, same quotes, even the same captions. Lisa's posts felt hollow, as if she were imitating Sarah without truly understanding the meaning behind her words. While Sarah continued to grow, exploring deeper aspects of spirituality and connecting with her audience on a meaningful level, Lisa found herself stuck, struggling to keep up. Over time, Sarah's genuine evolution began to shine brighter, and Lisa's efforts to copy her faded into the background. How much energy do you think these imitators lose by focusing on someone else's life instead of embracing their own? And what would happen if they turned that focus inward toward discovering their unique gifts and purpose? The lesson here is clear. When you root your identity in imitation, you rob yourself of the chance to grow. Spiritual growth comes from authenticity, from embracing the divine uniqueness within you. Instead of chasing shadows, focus on creating substance. Remember, the world doesn't need another version of someone else, it needs the truest version of you. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. 12. You're the catalyst for their imposter syndrome. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to study your every move, trying to replicate what makes you unique? They talk like you, dress like you, and even try to mirror your attitude. On the surface, it might appear as though they're succeeding, but beneath the facade lies a storm of insecurity they can't escape. You see, when they try to embody your essence without understanding the foundation behind it, they unintentionally set themselves up for failure. This is where their imposter syndrome begins to take root. They see your confidence as something superficial, assuming it's just about appearance or charisma, when in reality, your strength is built on layers of spiritual wisdom, resilience, and lived experience. They may copy your words, but they don't carry the insight that gives those words depth. They may mimic your actions, but without the authenticity that drives them, those actions feel hollow. Every time they try to step into your shoes, they're confronted with the undeniable truth. They lack the depth, originality, and genuine sense of self that makes you, you. And the more they try to emulate you, the more their sense of fraudulence grows. They might fool others for a while, but they can't fool themselves. Deep down, they're aware that they're simply playing a role that doesn't fit, and that awareness chips away at their confidence. To thine own self be true, as Shakespeare famously wrote. Yet they've built their identity around pretending to be you, rather than discovering who they truly are. This creates a cycle of insecurity that spirals further each time they compare their imitation to your reality. But here's the irony. Their struggle isn't your fault. It's a reflection of their choices. By attempting to imitate someone they don't fully understand, they've trapped themselves in a life that feels shallow and unfulfilling. While you move forward with purpose, anchored in authenticity and guided by spiritual wisdom, they remain stuck, weighed down by the hollow image they've tried to uphold. And you might wonder why they try so hard to be someone they're not. Is it envy, admiration, or a lack of direction in their own journey? Perhaps it's all three. What they fail to realize is that your light doesn't come from imitation or pretense. It comes from within. You've cultivated it through your trials, your growth, and your unwavering commitment to being true to yourself. This is what sets you apart. As Maya Angelou once said, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Your originality is infinite because it's rooted in your unique spirit, while their imitation is finite, destined to crumble under the weight of its own lack of substance. So ask yourself, what does it mean to live authentically in a world where so many try to mimic others? How can you continue to honor your individuality while inspiring others to find their own path? True spiritual wisdom lies not in imitation, but in embracing who you are and encouraging others to do the same. Let your light shine, not to cast shadows on others, but to illuminate the way for those willing to step into their own truth. After all, it's only by being true to themselves that they'll ever break free from the cycle of imposter syndrome and find peace within. Thank you for joining us today on Spiritual Wisdom. This video explored how chosen ones possess a unique energy that others might admire or even try to imitate, but can never replicate. Your authenticity and inner power are what set you apart and drive your transformation. Now it's time to take these principles into your daily life. Reflect on how you can embrace your true self and let go of the need to compare or conform. What resonated most with you today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join a community that uplifts and inspires. Together, we'll continue evolving and unlocking the best version of ourselves. The best is yet to come. Chosen ones, the universe calls you for $1 million spiritual awakening package. The universe works in mysterious ways, leading us to where we need to be at exactly the right time. Welcome to Spiritual Wisdom. If you are watching this video, know that it is not a coincidence. You have been chosen by the universe to receive a powerful, life-changing message, a gift that is meant for you. Every struggle, every moment of doubt, has been preparing you for this sacred moment. Imagine waking up one day, stepping into a life of true abundance and purpose, finally understanding why you faced every challenge along the way. Are you ready to unlock this potential? Comment below with 999 if you feel the universe calling, and let's support each other on this incredible journey. Share your thoughts and let's explore together. You're here now for a reason, and that reason is to connect with something far greater than yourself. This moment is no coincidence. It's a sign of divine timing, the universe's way of letting you know that now is the time for change. Divine timing is more than a mere concept. It's the belief that there are moments, placed strategically in our lives, when the universe aligns perfectly to help us realize our highest potential. When this happens, we feel a shift, a call, a pull towards something more meaningful. If you're reading this now, it's a sign that a greater purpose awaits you, one that promises transformation, not just in wealth, but in a life filled with fulfillment and deeper meaning. First, let's consider the spiritual side of this journey. Spirituality often connects us to something we may overlook in the busyness of everyday life, the subtle signs, the quiet nudges from the universe. Too often, we ignore these hints, thinking they're just coincidences. But what if those nudges are actually powerful messages, each guiding us to our true path? Many people spend years searching for success and wondering why it seems just out of reach, feeling as if life has left them behind. But with divine timing, there's no need for endless striving. There's only a need to become. This timing isn't random. It's a powerful moment for you to open yourself to the universe's guidance and trust that you are ready for what's ahead. Now imagine looking back on this moment in the future, recognizing it as the pivotal point where everything began to change. Embracing this gift of universal timing means stepping into a life of purpose, a life where abundance flows because you're aligned with your true path. It's about more than just money. It's about transforming your entire approach to life. As you accept this call, you begin a shift in mindset, an openness to the wealth, growth, and peace that come from living fully in alignment with the universe's design for you. Each step you take from this point onward, each intention and action, will pave a path toward lasting success and inner growth. The prosperity you've sought, the goals you've dreamed of, have been waiting, close at hand, ready for the moment when you're aligned with this divine timing. We're constantly pulled in countless directions, weighed down by responsibilities, or distracted by society's pressures. Yet, this is where the magic of spirituality truly reveals itself, grounding us, helping us tune into something deeper and far more powerful than ourselves. By responding to this calling, you're not only positioning yourself for financial success, you're embarking on a journey designed to unlock your fullest potential. It's about experiencing joy, discovering resilience, and finding a wealth that goes beyond the material. This isn't just a moment of opportunity, it's a transformation, one that invites you to step into the life you were always meant to live. So, as you stand on the edge of this journey, embrace it fully. Recognize that this path will not only bring abundance, but will connect you to a life filled with purpose, freedom, and inner peace. This calling is your doorway to everything you've been seeking, inviting you to trust, to take action, and to step boldly into the future the universe has prepared just for you. Are you ready to align with your true purpose and embrace this powerful moment of transformation? If so, comment below. I am ready to show your commitment to a life of abundance, meaning, and alignment with the universe's timing. Let this be your first step toward the life you're destined to live. Embracing challenges is essential to any journey of growth. Every setback and obstacle we face isn't there to break us down. It's designed to build us up, fostering resilience and strength along the way. Each experience you've faced, especially the difficult ones, has prepared you in unique ways, shaping you into someone capable of greater things. Reflect on your past. The struggles, doubts, and fears were all stepping stones toward who you're becoming today. Seeing challenges as stepping stones instead of roadblocks brings a sense of purpose to our lives. When we face hardships, it's easy to feel lost or discouraged, yet every challenge has its purpose. They guide us, teaching lessons and building resilience that prepares us for the next phase. As you grow through these moments, you're not only gaining strength, but also wisdom. These insights allow you to handle future challenges with greater ease, as every experience adds to your toolbox for life. On the path to growth and fulfillment, it's crucial to acknowledge these experiences, not as burdens, but as part of your personal evolution. This mindset shifts the focus from simply enduring hardship to understanding its role in your journey. By recognizing challenges as tools for growth, you open yourself to the possibilities and rewards that come with transformation. Your journey is about embracing life fully, including the tough parts. Challenges remind us that we are resilient, capable, and ready for more. So as you continue, remember, each challenge is a gift from the universe, shaping you for a purpose only you can fulfill. Let go of fear, lean into your strength and step forward with confidence, knowing each experience brings you closer to your true potential. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments by typing growth. Let's keep building resilience together. Remember, each challenge is a step toward becoming who you're meant to be. Each challenge you've overcome has been a crucial step toward growth, preparing you for an abundant future. Every hardship wasn't just a test. It was an experience that shaped you, strengthening your spirit and deepening your resilience. This journey has sculpted you into a person capable of embracing life's most extraordinary blessings. Spirituality teaches us that the universe often brings specific people into moments of transformation. Through these moments, we see the wealth beyond money, a wealth of inner strength, wisdom, and unwavering self-trust. Abundance isn't only about material gain. It's the sum of all the wisdom, courage, and resilience you've cultivated along the way. The concept of the chosen ones is about readiness. It's about being prepared to receive life's gifts because you've proven, time and again, your resilience. The universe sees every tear, every triumph, and every time you chose to persevere rather than surrender. As a result, it now calls you forward with blessings that only those ready to receive can truly embrace. This moment is for reflecting on how much you've grown and how prepared you are for what's to come. Your experiences have shaped you into someone who can handle blessings with grace and wisdom. Each moment of adversity was a stepping stone, leading you closer to an opportunity that's been uniquely prepared for you. So now, ask yourself, are you ready to accept this gift? Do you trust that every hardship has led you here, right now, because the universe has chosen you? Your journey shows that you're not just resilient, you're unstoppable. And for that, the universe is opening doors for you, knowing you're prepared to walk through them with strength and purpose. The promise of abundance and success is not a distant or unreachable dream. It is a powerful call to action for those who have chosen to align with the universe's flow and the deep currents of spirituality. Your persistence and dedication, your unwavering resilience, have brought you to a place where doors are now opening, doors that bring real, tangible opportunities capable of transforming both your financial and professional landscapes. This journey isn't just about hoping or wishing for wealth. It's about actively cultivating the right energy, an energy that the universe now recognizes and reciprocates. Every challenge you've faced, every lesson you've embraced, has prepared you for this precise moment, where destiny and opportunity finally align, allowing you to step into a future of both prosperity and purpose. This journey, however, goes beyond material rewards. What the universe offers now isn't merely an increase in financial standing. It's a recognition of your efforts, a cosmic acknowledgement that every ounce of your dedication and focus has led you to this reward. The rewards extend past monetary wealth, touching your sense of purpose and the depth of fulfillment that comes from a life lived intentionally. The hardships, the setbacks, and the sacrifices you have made were not in vain. They were the very steps that built the foundation for this moment. Through these experiences, you've created a stronger, wiser version of yourself, one that the universe trusts to carry this abundance forward in a way that's mindful, impactful, and spiritually connected. Spiritual growth has been the anchor throughout this journey, a quiet force guiding you toward a form of success that resonates deeply with both your material aspirations and your inner wisdom. True abundance isn't about financial gain alone, but about balancing worldly success with inner peace, blending ambition with a higher sense of purpose. Each new opportunity you attract from here on isn't just a chance to increase your wealth. It's a step further on your path to self-fulfillment, a way to bring your dreams to life with integrity and alignment. Financial success in this spiritual context is more than just numbers. It's a reflection of your own growth, a testament to the way you've nurtured both your inner and outer worlds. Stepping into this abundance is an invitation to continue balancing your material achievements with your inner wealth. The universe invites you now to receive this reward with humility and intention, understanding that every action, every thought, Every choice from here on becomes part of a broader purpose. Embrace this abundance not merely as an endpoint, but as a powerful new beginning, a foundation upon which you can build a life that benefits not only you, but those around you. Remember, true success is a journey that enriches not just your bank account, but your spirit, grounding you in a life aligned with the highest potential of who you are meant to be. If this video resonated with you, and you're ready to step into the abundance waiting for you, comment, "I'm aligned" below. Let's keep growing together on this journey of purpose and prosperity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message to inspire others along their path to true success. You are part of an extraordinary journey, handpicked by the universe itself. This isn't just luck or a fleeting opportunity. It's a recognition of the unique light and strength within you that is now ready to shine. The universe has made a promise to you, a sacred pact that, when the time is right, your true path will reveal itself. This isn't just about financial gain or success. It's an invitation to experience a deeper, more fulfilling life. The $1 Million Package is a metaphorical treasure chest, a gift that symbolizes the complete alignment of your mind, body, and spirit, opening the doors to true prosperity, inner peace, and a profound sense of purpose. At its core, this journey is about understanding that you're deeply valued by a higher power. Every experience in your life, the challenges, the victories, the quiet moments of doubt, has been part of preparing you for this exact moment. You were chosen not by chance, but because you're ready. You're capable of greatness and have always been worthy of it. The universe's faith in you lights the way forward, encouraging you to believe in the power you hold and the incredible life that awaits you. Let this be a beacon of reassurance, a constant reminder that your potential is real, your dreams are achievable, and your purpose is closer than ever. Let the concept of spiritual awakening serve as your compass. Spiritual awakening is more than just a moment of insight. It's a powerful shift in perception that allows you to see your life's purpose with clarity and conviction. This awakening is like a curtain lifting, revealing the vast possibilities that the universe has placed before you. With spiritual awakening comes a deep sense of clarity, an inner peace that grounds you, and a trust in the journey ahead. It's an invitation to embrace your unique gifts, to step fully into who you are meant to be, and to understand that the universe's abundance is limitless and that you are worthy of receiving it. Now is the moment to truly believe in yourself and in the path that lies ahead. Embrace each sign, each opportunity, and listen to the whispers of your intuition guiding you forward. Pursue your purpose, even if it means taking small, steady steps. Recognize this moment as the universe's promise fulfilled. Your life is like a blank canvas, and every thought, every action is a brushstroke painting the masterpiece of your destiny. Step forward with confidence and clarity, knowing that the universe's timing is perfect and that every promise it has made will come to fruition. The universe aligns each of us with a unique purpose, choosing us for something greater than ourselves. This purpose isn't about individual success, but about fulfilling a role that contributes to a larger, universal design. You hold talents and abilities that, when embraced, connect you to this higher mission. Recognizing one's purpose doesn't mean finding something outside of oneself. It's about realizing a truth already within. Some are destined for world-changing inventions, others for inspiring those around them simply by being authentic. Each purpose, no matter the scale, has value and meaning, creating an impact that reaches beyond our immediate world. Purpose isn't for a select few, it's for everyone who chooses to embrace it. As you follow your path, you contribute to the interconnectedness of all souls, honoring both past and future generations. Each passion, each dream, and each cause that resonates with you are clues to your unique journey. Spirituality teaches that this sense of calling isn't about superficial success, but about experiencing a profound wealth of purpose. Each person is a part of the divine, connected to every soul across time and space. Living out our purpose is more valuable than any material reward. It's about leaving a legacy that transcends wealth or status. In embracing purpose, we also embrace our uniqueness. Life may present challenges, yet courage is the key to perseverance. In the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Facing challenges with resilience not only strengthens us, but sets an example for others to follow. This call to purpose is an invitation from the universe. The question isn't whether you're worthy, but whether you're ready to accept this invitation to live with intention and passion. Living authentically creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to explore their own potential. Every person daring to walk their path contributes to a more connected, purposeful world. By stepping into your unique purpose, you're not only honoring yourself, but also every soul that has influenced your journey. Embrace this path, as it has always been waiting for you to step forward. The universe has chosen you. The choice to respond is yours. If this video resonated with you, share one way you feel connected to your unique purpose in the comments below. Or if you're still discovering it, simply comment, "I'm ready to explore." Let's inspire each other on this journey to live authentically and with intention. Together, we'll create a ripple of purpose and connection. The universe often chooses individuals not for personal gain, but to serve as guides and sources of inspiration for others, to illuminate their paths and offer direction. In today's fast-paced world, so many are searching for meaning, struggling to navigate their own journeys. You have the potential to be a lighthouse, steady and unwavering, offering light to those who feel lost in the dark. Accepting this role isn't about bearing a heavy load, but about realizing the strength and wisdom you already hold. Through your experiences, triumphs, and even your hardships, you have acquired insights that make you uniquely suited to connect deeply with those around you. People don't always seek out guidance in obvious ways, but in small moments, conversations, and shared struggles, they turn to you for comfort and wisdom. Embracing the role of a guide requires constant growth and reflection. Spirituality isn't a fixed state. It's a lifelong journey that deepens as you progress. To truly help others, you must continue nurturing your own spiritual understanding, knowing that your presence alone can inspire those around you to seek their own growth. Whether you're aware of it or not, your example creates a ripple effect, influencing others to live more intentionally, to connect with their own purpose, and to pursue a fulfilling life. This impact goes beyond the immediate moment, creating a legacy that could affect lives for generations. When you step fully into this calling, the universe rewards you not with material wealth alone, but with the richness of meaningful connections, the satisfaction of knowing you've made a difference, and the deep fulfillment of living in alignment with your purpose. Each life you touch, each heart you uplift, and each mind you inspire is part of a legacy that far surpasses any material gain. Accept this role with pride and gratitude, for by becoming a beacon to others, you honor your journey and the countless souls who walk alongside you. If this message resonates with you, comment below, "I am a light," to embrace your role as a guiding force for others. Thank you for joining us today on Spiritual Wisdom. As we've explored, the universe has a plan, and each of us plays a vital role in that divine design. The journey to abundance, purpose, and inner peace is one of discovery, resilience, and alignment with universal timing. Every challenge, every triumph, and every quiet nudge from the universe is here to guide you toward a life of fulfillment and authentic joy. Now, It's time to take this wisdom into your daily life. Reflect on how these principles can shape your path, allowing you to embrace challenges as growth, seek purpose beyond the material, and stay open to the universe's guidance. Are you ready to take this next step and unlock the life you were meant for? Comment below with, "I am ready," to declare your commitment to this journey. And remember to like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on their path. Let's walk together toward abundance and purpose.